All right, we're in between. We just finished up the Texas track 9-hole cup, and we're starting the spring major tomorrow. But I thought I'd play some Tour 10. So what I've learned is don't play while you're just watching TV and chilling out. Set yourself up. I remember watching a video when I first started playing. One of Tommy's first videos on playing is when you're gonna play, get in a spot. Don't be riding the bus where you're getting jarred around, and get in a spot where you got all your stuff and you can focus 100% on the game. I've been having problems with this hole. The deal is I'm still trying to get the drive shot worked out. Because if you take your drive, you're screwed. And you can end up behind those rocks. And then you're really screwed. I think I have a berserker on, but I'm going to switch to a quasar. I think my opponent might be all right. They might just could. They'll be fine from there. Unless we have a big headwind, they should be fine. They should be fine from there. Quasar. 1.1 times 11.5 divided by 1.3. 9.73 rings. I'm only going to do 4 rings. I'm 4 rings off on the right hand side. 973. There's 973 exactly. Max curl. 1 ring great to the right. Whoa down, cat daddy. Whoa. And I hit that to the right. And so I was 4 rings. I got that rough line right here, and I set it up 4 rings out so that when I did my curl could develop. And I hit a great to the right, and I ended up kind of in the middle on this fairway over here. So maybe 3 rings is the way to go. If I hit it perfect, I would have ended up in the rough. Excellent. Maybe we're not done yet. I got plenty of time to screw up. I got plenty of time. 10.2 divided by 1.4. 728. I'm going to do, there's 5, 6, 7, 20. I'm going to do 8. Just for safety. Hitting it perfect. And I couldn't hit crap perfect yesterday in that tournament. I was in the right spot on a bunch of holes and had lots of chances, but I couldn't hit perfect. I ended up with a 16. I ended up in 6th place. And I would have had to shoot an 18 to win because the top 3 people, there was 4 people with 17s in the top 3. The top came in with 17. And the person in second came in with the 15, 16. And the person in third came in, they had a 13 and I had a 14 qualifier, but all 3 of them had 2 albies in the weekend round. I would have had to shoot an 18, and it was possible. I just could not hit freaking perfect. I did pick up 4, but I definitely left 3 out there on the table. For sure left 2 out on the table. Well, that's the way to start. And that hole, I think I've lost. I don't know if I won on that hole forever. I've been dinking around with that drive shot trying to figure out where to set it up. Let's get that hole again so that we can make our adjustment. And I did a 10% on that drive. Maple Bay. I look at these little thumbnails here, and this hole does not. I have no idea what hole they're showing right there. No idea. Okay, 1.1. I'm going to do 1.2 times 8.3 divided by 1.3. 766. .66 rings. There's 5, 6, 7, 6, 6, and that puts me just barely in the power. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's bad. That's going to end me up in the rough. And behind a sign. The double whammy. I'm not quite behind the sign. That was bad. Bad. And what's really bad is I feel pretty good on this hole. I hardly ever end up in the rough down there. It's not good. It's not good. Especially when you're doing a shot and you're not doing any overpower, you're not doing anything special. You're just hitting it. And I'm on the same trick of not being able to hit perfect. What is the deal? I think there's a word for what I am right here. I am in a spot of bother. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm in a spot. Spot of bother. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8. I'm going to do 10. I'm going to get as close to that red line as possible. See if we can end up in the fairway up there. Just keep myself in play, give myself at least a look at it. It's got to be short iron. Short iron. Now my only hope here is that they screw that pull up and they get caught in the rough. It's possible. It's possible. Let's see what they do. And they did. Shit. That was like 10 rings. All right, I'm going to have to make this. We're going to have to recover right here. We're going to be on the lose one, win one, lose one track. We don't want to be on that. You don't want to go down that road, Neo. You know where that road leads. There's max, there's min, there's mid. I'm in max. Let's say I'm in max. And I definitely do not have enough top spin. Oh, I do have enough top spin. Kind of 9.3 divided by 1.1 if I was at max, and I'm not really at max. I'm going to do the 8. It's 845. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 45. Hitting it perfect. Definitely an overpull. I play that at max at 1.1, and at mid it's 1.6. That gets the neighbors a 5. That's 2.5. I should have did like a 13, 1.35 per ring. 1.35 would have been 688. That probably would have been better. Good game. Good game. Good game, my man. Let's play again. Let's play again. Let's play again. Come on. Come on, dude. 3, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010. All right. Be that way. I'm going to sit around and wait for you all day. Rat bastards. I remember when my nephew was little. That's rat bastards. My nephew was like 2 or 3 years old and calling something a bastard, and his mom called me. You gotta quit saying that stuff in front of him. He picks it up from you. It's not a bad word. Let's see if my opponent can get... Man, that was pretty nonchalant. I guess they got it. I guess they know what they're doing. Obviously, they know what they're doing more than me, maybe, if they end up in the fairway, because last time I ended up in the rough. And there's good spots down there, but I love the signs. Like, let's put some signs out in our way. Can we do that? 1.1 times 8.8 divided by 1.3. 744. $744. There's 5, 6, 7, 44. Hitting it perfect. In the spot. And I'm actually, because of, I'm not trying to do the rough bump, and I'm not really bringing out the right equipment to try, and I don't really want to do a second bounce rough bump. I kind of want to hit a little short so that I open this side up so I don't have to have as much curl or side spin in order to bring it around to the cup, so I can come in it from over here. If you get all the way down to the end of that tip, it's a little bit, you're kind of almost forced to have to do a second bounce rough bump or do what my opponent's doing, or really kind of try and bring it around. If you put any curl on it, you can see where their second bounce is. If you put any curl on it, you'll clip the rough right there. Man, that wind is high. That wind is high, high. Do 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 do. Where's my red line? Yeah, I'm right on the red line right there, dummy. 13.2 divided by 1.4. Is 11.31 rings. There's 10, 11, 31. Jeez, I am going to have to hit some overpower. And I don't know if I put enough overpower on. Did I put enough? I did. Man, what kind of wind is that? That's the Playdemic model where we got wind going this way and then we got wind going this way 5 minutes later. They really hate us. I don't know that I don't know if there's another game company out there that hates its user base as much as Playdemic. That screws us over as much, like on just a daily basis. Like they just do stuff just to slow us down, screw us over. The wind, the signs, the swirling the cup. Of course we have a big ass headwind. Why wouldn't we have a big headwind? I almost feel like this hole right here has been driving me crazy too. I've been ending up not good. My opponent should be in a pretty good spot, theoretically. I like that spot. I like it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 11.5 divided by 1.4 is 12 rings. We'll just hit it into that sand trap, that forward sand trap. There we go. That should get me closer to the cup than them. Hey, if somebody's going to give you a gift like that, don't go out there and screw it up. Take the win. I will. All right, buddy. All right. They're like, what a jerk move. You should have went for it, dude. I've got to get back into the one-on-one mindset, because one-on-one is different than tournaments. Tournaments, you're playing tournaments to try and get the lowest score. So there are some risks that you'll take. You'll go for some of those shots. And hold on, 7.7 divided by 1.3, 7.10 rings. There's 5, 6, 7, 1. Let's put that little teeny bit of forward distance back on there. But in one-on-one, you got to play. It's fairway to green. Force a shootout. If your opponent doesn't make it, then you win. Play smart. It's better to be in the fairway and be able to get up on the green and make your putt and move to the shootout than it is to try and get super aggressive. Don't beat yourself. And this second shot here, there is an adjustment we need to make, but I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't. My opponent's got the nice little launch. Nice. I'll have a good shot from right there. That's a good angle at it. Everything's rolling down to the left on the green, but they have a nice shot from out there. Nice. 13.9. There's max. There's min. I'm at mid club. What is mid? I don't even know what mid is. Mid's maybe 1.5 divided by 1.5. 12 rings. Somewhere in that neighborhood. I should have panned up so that I could have moved the full 10, but I was too close to it. Too close. Didn't have time. Main thing is just to get up there and get... It would be nice to make some of those shots, but when your opponent's in the clear, my opponent does have a leg up on me because they're closer. This is a very makeable hole. In tournament play, you almost have to make an albie on this hole, especially if you're playing a rookie. If you're playing pretty much in any bracket, you have to make an albie on this hole in tournament play if you want to be up at the top. Especially in a full tournament where we're going to get this twice. There's going to be way too many people in the bracket that are going to hit the albie on this hole both times. It's a critical hole, and it is a... The deal is that it's... If you're using that island and you're bringing out the right ball and you're bringing out the right stuff for it, every time you come on the hole, based on the wind, the shot's going to be slightly different. And you need to get an albie every time. I'm not going to say it's the most albiable hole in the game, but par 5 in the game, but it's got to be in the top 3. I'm trying to think of another one that's... There's a lot of albiable holes out there, but this one is one that you can actually get on the green in one. This is the condor hole. This is... I'm trying to think of other par 5s where we have like a serious opportunity for condor, and this is... Nothing else is coming to mind as much as this hole. So it might be the most condorish hole in the game. Which way's the wind blowing? It's going to make a determination here. 4 times 12.7 divided by 1.4. It's 12.7, yeah. 12.7. $12.7. Okay, there's 10. There's 12.7. A little bit of curl just for flavor. Oh, and then I hit it great, which is more curl. That's a mile. That's not just a mile. That's a mile. Probably didn't need to put any of that curl on there. Dag nabbit. I did a 40% there, and I hit it at least one rain great to the right. And the wind's pushing you to the right, so not good. Not good. I should have got on the green side and put on all the backspin. That way I could have pulled and not have to pull over the sand. That was my mistake. They should be fine from right there. They should be. That wasn't a very big pull though. But they should be just fine. Good game, my man, good game. Down. That was close. Close. Got somebody that wants to replay though. Look at that. Want somebody to have some fun. Now we're in the rubber match. I liked it back in the day when you could replay people all day long. So if you found somebody that you wanted to replay or you were having fun with, or if you happen to get matched up with your buddy, you could play all day. Times 10.2 divided by 1.3. I say all those numbers out loud just to piss Dale Appleby off if he's watching this video. That's just for you, Dale. He has some little Apple device. And if you say numbers out loud, I guess it screws with the grid. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5. Isn't it perfect? That's what you get for riding the little bus. I would have liked to have gotten a little bit farther than that. I lose a lot of shots on this because my opponents are going for it. There is a shot. I saw somebody take it the other day where they were coming from here and they were trying to bridge the gap to get over into this area. And they had it worked out where they set it up and they knew where to set their shot up in this area. So when they put their curl and they did their max overpower, they ended up out in that spot. And I was watching them set it up and I was like, what the hell are you doing? And then once they got into the area, it's like, oh, I see what you were doing. I think this opponent's trying to do the same thing. That shot'll work. That will work. Let's get a, yeah, that is not good. All right, be that way. My opponent's got an advantage here because of the ball. Big advantage. They're going to be able to get on. So, and this is a super tough. I could probably count how many times I've made this shot from distance on one hand minus my thumb. Man, that wind is moving just slightly forward. So they should be able to make that. Yeah, I'm in big ass trouble here. Yeah, no, it was moving forward just slightly. Just slightly. I'm just going to do the 15th. I don't know if I have enough. I don't have enough backspin. Do I have enough backspin? I can try and backspin it in. It's a suck shot from distance. There's 10. Oh, it's especially a suck shot when you hit it 70 rings. Great. Good game. Good game, my man. Good game. Good game. I should have just tried the dunk. I think I would have been better off just doing the dunk. It couldn't have hurt. It couldn't have been any worse. And this is the new pin placement. The old pin placement being in the back is a little teeny bit better. You can come at it from the right hand side and it's a little flatter, but this newer pin placement blows. Hey, good luck. Down 2-1. Not good. How much time we got? Oh, we got plenty of time. Plenty. And if I only won one? Yeah, I won two. Won two in like 16 games. Not good. I'm down one. You can see that. And I was up to 390 some odd trophies, and now I'm down. I sat down and was watching TV, and I played 3 games in the last 3 games in a row, and was like, you cannot play while you're watching TV. Evidently, I can't play when I'm sitting in the right spot to play, and I'm paying attention, and I got my calculator out, and I'm doing all my stuff. Maybe I just can't play. It's definitely practice. That's the whole thing. You got to play these holes. You got to play on a regular basis and get used to the hole, so you know. You can see just from like this hole right here is a prime example. Like, you know, how you're going to set the drive up so that you can end up out here in the fairway and have that straight up shot. How are you going to do that every time? Even when you've got bad wind days where you've got a big headwind, you know, how are you going to set that up in order to get over there? And knowing what you need to be, where you need to be if you're going to bounce it off that island is one of those things where you're not going to get that playing the hole once a year. Now you can hit it over there and get up there, but if we have a really bad wind, especially if you're not using a big power or a power ball, it can create a spot of, you can be in a spot of bother. Just wondering. I thought for a while that maybe just hitting off. Now my opponent's got a nice little run at it. 1.1 times 9.4 divided by 1.3, 795. 5 topspin. I was 4 rings off last time, and it was just, I think it was a little too much. So I'm going to do 3.5. 3.5 rings, 795. There's 5, 6, 7, almost 8. And a 1 ring great to the right again. I think that would have been perfect. The 5 topspin, if I'd have hit it perfect, I think maybe 4.5 topspin. But I like that spot if I'd have hit it perfect. The deal there is that if you hit anything to the left, you're going to end up in the rocks. Now with a Cataclysm, now they've got a 3 power ball, but with a Cataclysm, I could run it up there, and if nothing else, just get up on the green so that you could make your putt and move along. You're not really going to have a shot at trying to sink it, but you could make it so you could get up there. I think it is difficult from that side. Two times 10.5 divided by 1.4 max club 8, 25, 8, 25, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a quarter. And a 70 ring great to the left, just for safety. And a massive ass putt. I'm going to knock on wood. I haven't missed a putt so far today, but this is I'm going to give myself an opportunity right here. I know that you look at that putt and you're like, why would you miss that, dude? That is a long ass putt for me. I'm not saying I'm quaking in my shoes, but I've missed putts that are a hell of a lot closer than that. I've missed putts that were right on the edge of the cup. If it's possible to miss that putt, I've done it. And that's a fact. In the hole. Nice. Nice. Very nice, my friend. Very nice. I would have liked you to miss it, but very nice. Perfecto. I don't like those side hill, side shot, long little putts. I don't like them. It's never good to miss putts. Although I can think of 2 tournaments where I missed putts in the tournament and then I came back and won. This hole right here, depending on which way the wind's blowing, can be brutal. Oh, that is a brutal wind. Where's my max? Okay, I got some room. I got some room. Times 12.1 divided by 1.4. 11 rings. $11.23 actually. There's 10. There's 1123. That was with a 30%. I just want to make sure I get over. Man, I got pushed off. Not too bad. That could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. This hole right here is brutal with headwind days, especially if you got lower developed clubs. This hole can be brutal. I've come on this hole. I've come on this hole where I had a due headwind playing in Tour 10 one time, a long time ago, and I didn't have the clubs that I have now, and I laid it up right where my opponent's ring set is. I just laid it up right there and dared my opponent to try and go for it. And they did try and go for it, and they didn't make it. But I can think of several times where the wind is so bad, so brutal. I'm like, screw it, you go for it. I'm going to lay my shot up because I think you're going to screw up. And then they did, which is good. Just like that. Yeah. This hole can be brutal with a headwind. From the pro tee. Boom, boom, boom. Get your water stick out. Good game. Good game. Let's see if they'll replay. Let's see if they will replay. Replay? You want a chance to get your cheddar back? No dice. How much time we got? Once again, we got plenty of time, so let's make sure I got some empty slots. Since we're harvesting chests, that's our whole goal. We're farming right now. Farmer 77. All right. Let's see if we can get on a run here and win like 12 in a row. If I put my mind to it and just sat down and played for a couple days, I could probably max this tour out pretty quick. But like this playing at 2 or 3 hours a week is not cutting it. We'll see. I actually played this particular shot in tournament play. This is one of those holes that you can bring out a special ball and get over to the other side if you've got a tailwind, if you're from the rookie tees. But if you've got a headwind day, it can really screw your shot up. So I play it from over here all the time. Because then you don't have to bring out a special ball, and it doesn't really matter which way the wind's blowing. But in one-on-one here, the whole deal is if my opponent makes it over, they are like, that's the whole thing. If you can make it over, you're in the driver's seat. You're there. It's a one shot. Make it or break it. 14.8 divided by 1.3. Jeez, 1366. $13.66. There's 10. $13.66. A little bit of curl for flavor. And a one ring grate to the right. And I'm in the rough, or in the sand. You got that hillside like this, and if you hit down here on the tip, it'll shoot straight forward, whereas if you hit up here, it'll take a normal bounce. My opponent's got the edge on me. When you get in situations like this, it's better to get up. Sometimes we can run our topspin, and it helps us out with our shot. We can get closer to the ring set, and so the wind doesn't play a factor. But when when you're in a situation like that where if you run your topspin, the ball guide's getting distorted, it's better just to get up close. Get up close. There's max, there's mid. I'm in the 8 per ring range. 8.5 divided by 8. I'm going to do, let's put on 1 backspin. .1 rings. One. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Ha 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 ha. Oh, so close. So close. Needed to add on a little. It was the right area, but I needed to add on. The wind pushed me back. I needed to add on like 10%, and I didn't. And it was probably, it would have been 1.1 times. It would have been 1.16 instead of 1.1. I don't know if 0.1 would have been enough. Maybe 0.2. My opponent gave me a big ass gift there, so let's capitalize on that. That's one of those ones that my opponent is kicking themselves because they had me. Okay, we're back on this hole. Headwind again? Not bad. Times 10.4 divided by 1.3. 1.4. So I'm just going to do the 10.4. 10.4. I'm going to go right out because I'm doing a 40% and I don't know. There's 10.4. Oh, and then I hit it great to the left. So we'll never know. And it came into the left, so at least that's good. The 40% might be right. It seems like from the Ricky tees, it's like for years and years, it was like a 10, like you just do a 10%, but I think it's more like 20. And they redesigned the green here. And they put the cup on that mound, on that hump. It's always been a difficult hole, but it was easier to. And why didn't I push the wind out? What kind of a dummy am I? I was so stuck on pulling the wind out. I forgot that you can push the wind out. I forgot all about it. My opponent made a mistake, let me back in the game, and then lost. I like it. It makes up for all the times I've done that same shit. No dice. No replay action for us. I got enough time for 2? I do. Let's open up that chest. Let's open that one up. Let's see if we can win 2 in a row. Got a big tapa. I'm only worried about epics. I'm in that. You get into that phase where you have a bunch of clubs that are really close, and then you get into a phase where you upgrade a bunch of clubs, and then you're in that phase where your clubs are a mile away from being upgraded, and so you go months without upgrading a club. And that's where I'm at right now. I have a couple clubs that I'm getting, like my Castaway, I'm getting close to maxing it out, which will help me out in the club card trading and thin the pool. But the clubs that I'm really working on, most of them are a mile away. 1.2 times times. I'm gonna do a 30%. And I'm gonna do a 20% times the wind, 11, or whatever the wind is, divided by 1.3. What kind of balls my opponent got? A power 5 ball, precision 4. Look at that. What a waste of a good ball. Shit, dude. I'll give you the hole for that ball. Where is the forfeit for the ball button? You know, Playdemic would never allow us to do that. I'm just amazed that people waste good balls on a hole like this and then end up in the sand. I just am amazed. Amazed, I say. I'm not so sure I couldn't do a shot from over there and just do a max curl shot. 10.4 should be 9.6 rings. And I am going to be way into the red line. There's 9.6. Yeah, I'm a whole ring set into the red line. And I'm in the drink. Unbelievable. I can't believe I got that lucky on that. And I was saying on the last time I played this is a make or break hole. Your make or break off the tee box. I put myself in a good spot. Now I'm in the reverse spot that my opponent was in, where I was saying that they let me back in the game. So my opponent's here. They've got my shot. I've got my opponent's shot. They have a shot here because it's going to roll down that hill. All right, all right. See if we can put the hammer down. Close the door. Let's close the door. Let's hit a perfect. Hit a perfect. In the hole. Woo! In the hole. All right. Don't let your opponent back in the game. See if they'll replay us. We'll see. We'll see. Come on, dude. I got an empty slot. I'm ready to roll. Damn, I still got time. Let's open that chest. I think I still got 2 more games in me before we run out of time. For all those of you playing Tour 10, it is easier up here to play if you bring out a bigger ball. There's some of these holes that it really, really does hamper you. I mean, I've got upper developed clubs, and so I can kind of get away with using a Quasar, but damn. .2 times 8.1 divided by 1.3. 7.5 rings. There's 5, 6, 7.5 rings. Let's hit this perfect. Perfect. Let's see if I can navigate over that sand. Yes. Yes. I actually have a shot at. I've been playing over to that side and I'm in the sand every freaking time, and it is a difficult shot with the wind to get on the green. You can make it. The club distance is not the problem. It's navigating through that little corridor. The wind is brutal through there. I was hitting down into here and going for the shot with my cat, and I was having some difficulties getting over there. So I've been trying the shot on the other side, getting in the sand, and I almost think that I like the shot with my cataclysm better. And they definitely got up there 1.5 miles. There's a beautiful, beautiful rough bump that you can do right here if you know what adjustment to do. I'm gonna do... I'm going to do 10 rings. It's 11, 11. And just slightly lean to the left. And we'll see where that puts me. Ooh! Not enough lean. Not enough. There is a nice rough bump that you can do there, and you can do it. You can do it with a grizzly, but you really want to know what your wind adjustment is. And today's wind's not too bad because I could have pulled over the rough and not had to involve that cliff face. But there is a beautiful rough bump there. If you're playing this in rookie, and even from anywhere there, if you're up where my opponent's at, you're doing the straight on shot. But if you're from the angle that I was at, that rough bump is a beautiful way to make a drop on this hole. Beautiful. I got an Inbringer 8. When I get my Inbringer, if I ever get my Inbringer to 8, I will have to have a long, long talk with it and my rapier. I think I'll still stick with my rapier, but I'm not sure what tools the Inbringer will bring to the table that the rapier doesn't already have. Eagle. I mean, the rapier's got backspin, topspin, ball guide. The Inbringer, I think, does have a little bit more distance. And I think it might, when it gets to level 8, it is marginally better. Now it has all the tools. It doesn't pick up all those tools until it gets to level 7. But a lot of people use it beforehand. And if you use an Inbringer, you're an Inbringer fan. That's it. You're Inbringer. And there is a rule, though. The rule for using an Inbringer is different. Somebody you could probably go to YouTube and type in Inbringer rule and find out what the rule is for using an Inbringer. But there is a method for using it, and it definitely works. 0.25 times 7.6 divided by... Man, I really want to do that rough bump, but I'm not going to. I'm going to come over here with my cataclysm. 2.2. $431. $440. I'm going to lean just slightly. Hitting it perfect. The thing about hitting at the top of the hill and trying to roll it down to the cup is like how much speed it has. It can be difficult to stick, like it'll roll past the cup and you can end up picking up a lot of distance. There is a beautiful rough bump here, but it seems like the last time I did the rough bump, my opponent was in a really shitty spot. They put themselves over here, and I went to go do the rough bump, and I missed the rough and ended up back here and ended up losing. I could have hit it into the sand right here in front of it and beat them, but I tried to get tricky, and I forgot the rule that when you're playing one-on-one, you need to go for it. You don't want to go for it. You need to win. We're trying to harvest chest. That's the whole deal. This wind is blowing perfect for them. This is gonna be really close. I just lost. That's the way to lose right there. Ooh, my opponent does. See, that's the thing right there. That's what I did. That's what I did. And my opponent was all like, "Ah, I lost," and then I screwed it up. No dice. No dice. And I think I do have one more in me. I do. I have one more game in me. One more. Here we go. See if we can get on a run. Let's see if we can win the last two. Get on a two. I'm on a 2-game winning streak. Which would, of course, be better than a 1-game winning streak. Oh man, that wind's going to be. That wind is tempting me to use the island. Very seldom do you get on this where the wind is blowing like that. I think I'm going to look. I'm going to give the island a look. We'll see. We will see. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, the wind's going to push me up there. The wind's going straight forward. So now it's all about topspin. All right, here we go. Hitting it perfect. It's a make or break right here. Right here. Oh, didn't put enough topspin on it, and I almost shanked that shot. I should have. I didn't do any overpower on it, but man, close. Just a little teeny bit further. I got a very makeable shot from here, though. My opponent's got a very makeable shot from there. If I were over there, I'm pretty sure that's minimum short iron. Maybe mid. I wish I still had a Hornet 7. If I had a Hornet 7, I'd probably be using my Hornet. I'm not sure. My Kingfisher is pretty awesome, but that Kingfisher 7 is pretty awesome. But I did like my Hornet a lot better when it was level 7 and level 8 until I got it to level 9. I liked it at level 8. I liked it at level 7. It was a great club from like level 5 all the way up. But when I maxed it out, I ruined it. Ruined it. Okay, where are we at? There's max, there's mid, there's quarter. I'm in the 16 per ring range. So 10.3 divided by 16. It's like 6.4 of a ring. 0.64. There's 7.7 of a ring. Ah, a grate to the left a 1 ring grate to the left might have been all right, and a perfect would have been fine. Fine, just fine. It is breaking to the right, so if you hit a grate to the left, it might, if you have your speed right, it might break right at the very end and drop in the cup. But a grate to the right is definitely going to miss every time. Every single time. I don't really want to wish you good luck. I really don't. Isn't that kind of like superstition thing? I like wishing you good luck. I'm trying to beat you, and I'm wishing you good luck. And it's not a good game until the end. Last shot. Last shot. Here we go. Here we go. Can I end up? Times whatever the wind is, and I am pretty sure I am going to be in Max Grizzly divided by 0.9. Oh, it's the other one. There's two of these holes that are, there's two holes on this course that are, this one and the other one that are kind of the same as far as like where you're hitting at down in the hole down here. And the other one you're definitely in. Definitely. I think you're in mid. Doesn't that look like it was going to go to the left? Now that might roll off the back. It didn't. Do 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 do. 13.7, 21 rings. There's 10. There's 20. It's 21.31, but I'm going to just do 21. Isn't it perfect? Whoa down, Cat Daddy. Whoa down. And I didn't pull it enough. I should have pulled. I was getting hesitant because it was a big ass pull. 21.31 rings, and I did a 40% adjustment. Probably should have leaned it. Close. It was close, but not close enough. All right, there you have it. Ending on a losing streak. What a bummer. I did pick up some cheddar though. I was at 110 and now I'm at 116. So I am 2 games up in an hour's worth of play. And I opened up some chests and won some chests. Got 2 golds. Look at that. Successful round. Winning some, losing some. This tournament that's coming up, this spring major, woo doggy. There's some tough assholes with the new pin placement. I'm gonna be curious tomorrow. I'll try and play tomorrow morning. I'm gonna set an alarm and get up early and play early in the morning. I'm gonna play a practice round tomorrow. I'm just gonna go out there and qualify and just play a practice round. This is where a practice account would come in handy, where you've got a secondary account that's got the same club, so you don't have to waste a bunch of practice tokens. And you can go out there and play with your practice account and really try and get your notes. But you're gonna need to take notes because there's some holes here that you may not be going for the cup. You may be just going to get on the green so you can make your putt and move along and let the 20 or 30% of the people in the bracket screw it up. And you get ahead just by, I don't know that I saw any. There's a couple of the holes in this that the new pin placement I think is actually better. But there's at least 4 that is much worse. So there's not really any gimmies out there, but we have some opportunities to make some shots, but it's going to be, what I would really like to see this game do is make these tournaments where we have lower scores, where the holes are a little tougher, and not tougher because they put signs out there in our way, but tougher because the hole is tougher. Because I really like playing in tournaments where, like if you can shoot a minus 28, you might win. And, thinking of minus 24 as like Golf Clash minimum, that's our minimum score. And just being able to pick up a couple. I like these tournaments as opposed to the ones where the only way you can win is by shooting a 42. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hopefully that helps out if you're playing Tour 10. If you want me to play Tour 7, 8, or 9, let me know. I'll play any of those tours. I'm going to start, if I'm just watching TV at night, I've just been playing Tour 7 because I don't really have to think about it. And but if I'm playing Tour 10, I really need to sit down and focus on what I'm doing. That way I can at least have a better shot. I will see you on the next one. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.